I'm losing grip.
Understood. Can you box next lap, Casper? Box next lap.
No, I need to come in now. It's quite bad.
We've got Aiden coming in now. Just hold out one more lap, please, Casper.
Isn't he a lap down?
Yes, he's on a different strategy, though.
Haven't I got priority?
He's boxing now. Please hold off, Casper.
Fine. No, I'm all over the place here. I'm coming in now. Must have been pretty urgent for Aiden, huh?
Please be patient, Casper.
Goes another place. And another. Okay, let's go, let's go.
Okay, that wasn't ideal. Let's see if you can get a few places back, please, Casper.
I'm on it.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we're here once again with another Breaking Point video in the Breaking Point series, and it is Sakya this time, mid-race, lap 9 out of 14, so we get just under 5 laps of racing action. We've got to reach P8, which is actually quite a way in front. We've got Fernando Alonso P10, then Ricardo quite a way then to that train, which I do believe has got my teammate in it, which is quite interesting there. Behind, of course, being the laps, and not Antonio Giovinazzi, Kimi Raikkonen there. We've got a lot of catching to do in this one, so it certainly will be a busy one. Once again, though, we see the inequalities in the team. The tyre wear on Casper Ackermann's car, they tell him to stay out with that horrific amount of tyre wear. Certainly should have come in there. He made the right decision himself, because there was a good chance of him having the car the wrong way around by the end of the lap with that much tyre wear. But wow, shows the injustices in the team. I mean, very, very unfair there to bring Aiden in, and I do believe Aiden is a back marker at the moment, which is pretty shocking. Like, he's out of the points, but they sacrifice Ackermann. It's a bit unfair with that one there. To sacrifice Ackermann, even though he's in the points, could bring the team points, and Aiden isn't. But in front, Fernando Alonso, a little bit of oversteer there. The car wanted to continue doing a bit more turn one. However, there wasn't any more turn one to continue doing, so that has cost us a little bit. Fernando Alonso here, though. If we can try, maybe. No, I got a bit of space on the exit maybe there. However, we're going to have to hold back from the Alpine, who's on the softs. His softs will certainly be screaming by the end of this GP here, as we're going to send it round the outside line of him into the turn 8 corner.
Nice move.
And that is P10 gained on lap 10. Of course, Casper with the fastest lap here. Very spread out field. Plenty of back markers all over the place. Quite hard to follow the order as it stands. Certainly isn't the most simple of things, but there is Danny Rick in front of us. We've got to chase down the Honey Badger in this one. Of course, started off this Breaking Point story at Renault like he was in the 2020 season, and as we lap Latifi, we get closer to Danny Rick. He locks up, we do not, and now we can chase him down the main straight with some DRS, plenty of VRS to use. We might as well use bags of that as he weaves a little bit across there. Comfortable move on Daniel Ricciardo, and in front you can see our AlphaTauri teammate, and he certainly must be a back marker because he is way off Ocon and Vettel, but isn't P8. Quite surprising there. Vettel 5.8 seconds in front. We've got to catch up to him unless Ocon really goes very slowly, so we've got a lot of catching to do here to Seb Vettel at the end, by the end of this one. So we're gonna have to get our head down, put in some decent laps to catch up and get to those guys to get P8 by the end of this one. It's certainly going to be a tough one, but lovely to be in Casper Ackermann's perspective once again, like we were at the Australian Grand Prix. Sort of see both sides of the story, which was really nice to see. Loving how they've done that. It'd be great to see if they do continue the Breaking Point story, or maybe at least something sort of similar idea of cutscenes and then snippets of racing that you've got to do for the 2022 game. That would certainly be fantastic. Tell me if you guys want that in the comments section below. But we've got a lot of catching to do to Seb Vettel here. Lap 11, we will have 3 laps to go now in this one, and 3 laps to make up about like 1.4 seconds a lap, I'd say, if we want to get towards Seb, who sits in front. However, Ocon is dropping quite a way away here, so a bit of a surprise there with that one. But Ocon is dropping quite a way away, and he is sitting now on nearly on the back of Seb Vettel. So those two tussling could help us, and let's of course not forget, if they do fight and then Vettel comes out on top, Ocon will be the man for us to overtake. Well, here we go then, overtaking Aiden Jackson. He is of course on the softs, but P18, as I was saying before, really unfair. You know, they should have probably kept him out for another lap. He's totally out of the points, but the team have lost points by not allowing Casper to pit on his own, as in front. Vettel getting ahead of Ocon into the first corner, and that is a nice move done there from the Aston Martin on the Alpine, one of the other teams beginning with an A. Of course, don't forget you've got Alfa Romeo. But there you go, look at the gap, just over 2 seconds. Those two tussling, and a fairly slow Esteban Ocon is inviting us here. And I say inviting, certainly inviting us. It's putting it on a plate for us to catch up to these guys, it really is. Esteban Ocon sat there, the Frenchman in front, P8, and you can see how much slower he is. We've been steadily catching on Seb Vettel, but really managed to get catching up to him, with him having to get past Ocon. But now you can see the gap to Ocon really coming down. We've punched in a lot of ERS. We could have a late battle here, like we have had at the Season 1 finale in my career mode in the F1 2021 game. If you guys haven't seen that, in 2 parts. The first part of the action, the second part with the race analysis, but a really fun, exciting race. As now, the chase onto the back of Ocon. Will we have a battle like we had in the career mode? As broke a bit too early there, did Esteban, and that made my nerves jangle a little bit. We should be able to chase him comfortably down the straight now. I'd prefer the outside line, but you have that, mate, you have that. We might be in front of them by the braking zone, and in fact we just about are, and that is Seb Vettel in front. Then of course Carlos Sainz, who sits P6 on the durable hards. This is now the last lap of this short little snippet of the race. Of course, it is the Bahrain GP at the Sakhir circuit. Lovely AlphaTauri. That's generally why I chose this car, is I really do like the AlphaTauri car. You know, I wonder what you guys think of which car you guys prefer the most. You know, the Aston Martin. Do you guys like the Racing Point before the Aston Martin, of course? Alfa Romeo, Haas, Williams. I'm sure some of you guys will just take Haas for the joke of it, you know, why not? But you can see the gap to Vettel isn't coming down too much, it isn't increasing too much either. We're just steadily catching. Bottas the winner here at the Sakhir Grand Prix in Bahrain. A little bit of a snippet, half of the 14 laps pretty much, well, a little bit less actually. That's Vettel, who sits in front. We've got quite a chunk of tyre wear, as always, round the Sakhir circuit here in Bahrain. Plenty of hard braking zones, a very, very warm atmosphere. Generally why we race at night, but certainly don't say no to a night race at anywhere. Now the chase, the pursuit. We're going to finish P8, despite closing in on the final lap.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
An interesting little encounter between Ackerman and Jackson in the pit lane, and might that cause more friction behind the scenes?
Ackerman sounded pretty angry on the radio, didn't he? Told to box the next lap, but he came in anyway. That's not the decision of a man thinking clearly. Is he bringing his personal grievances onto the track? I think he could be.
They denied each other a significant number of points last season, and if today's anything to go by, those issues look like continuing. And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
Congratulations on a tough race today, Casper. To all of us watching, it seemed as if there was some sort of clash in pitting strategy. Can you talk us through it?
Well, it's unfortunate, but these things happen. I felt the tires begin to go off and realized I needed to come in. It was a calculated risk. There's not much else to say. I pulled it back and finished the race, so no harm done.
So the problem we all witnessed today was a team call, and not a sign of continuing tensions again this season between you and Aiden Jackson?
No, everything's fine. Today was just an issue with two competing strategies that caused an unfortunate clash. Yeah, Aiden and I had our problems last season, but that was then. This is now. Why do you ask?
Well, you seemed angry on the radio with your team. People are asking if that's an indicator of a deeper issue behind the scenes. What would you say to that?
I can't really comment on that. It doesn't matter what's going on behind the scenes, as long as we all perform on the day.
Thank you for your time.
So he gets to pit ahead of me, and they give his car the only new power unit last season. And he gets to go out behind me in qualifying. This kid is the new #1 driver.
I don't believe that to be true.
But then why does he get paid more?
You're still upset about that.
No. Well, I don't know, maybe. I just wish I never found out.
It's not the money, though, is it?
I'm old.
You're not old.
Like this again. I am old. For a driver, I'm old.
Come on, this is your last season. You said you'd make it count.
I still need to tell them.
When will you?
Soon.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, forget about Jackson.
Okay.
And stop playing the victim. It doesn't suit you.
All right, okay.
It's Zandvoort next, remember? Everyone's gonna be rooting for you. Be the guy they love. And hey.
What?
Be the guy I love.
That's cute. Did you come up with that yourself?
I'm a natural-born charmer.
Hmm. Verstappen's got nothing on me.
You had to ruin it.
Well, what a bit of Bahrain there. I can understand Casper's frustrations, you know, I mean, with Aiden being out of the points, and then way out of the points after the pit stop because he just wasn't there, and then Casper being in the points having to pit because his tyres really weren't fantastic at all. He was sliding around every single corner. You know, he was really had to pit. They should have just kept Aiden out, really, to be fair, because it's a harsh sport, but they need the points, the team, you know, and old man Ackerman there. That's one way to call him. Strategy troubles absolute scenes for AlphaTauri. Deja vu. What was Ackerman supposed to do in that situation? The tyres are completely gone. I mean, that's pretty right. Stick to the agreed strategy, maybe. Oh, yeah, mate. Lulu Gu, yeah, try driving with those tyres. Bit of a senior moment there. Ackerman pinning too early. There goes another place. Oh, that's Devon Butter, yeah. You're so out of order, Devon. That's pretty much right. Watching that pit stop blunder again, that was a bit of a shambles. Yeah. Top class strategy there. AlphaTauri, big brain players. It's power move, both drivers. Through the pits at once. Save wear and tear on your pit crew. Wasn't Ackerman's a great time to come in. Can't get over this. There goes another place you were told not to box. You weren't in the car, to be fair. He looked a bit wobbly to me. Really tricky situation for Casper today. Dangerous to hold up for too long with tyres. I love a good night race. So cool under the floodlights. Sorry, I don't get it. Why on earth would you screw with pitting priority just to favour Jackson and hang your proven driver out? Yeah, I agree with that, Tim Murdoch. I agree with that. And it's frustrating for you to take Casper, but I really appreciate you doing your best to play it down for the cameras afterwards. It's challenging everyone involved, but these things happen. Debriefs will move back half an hour. We'll go over what went wrong with the tyre strategy. See you there. So that clip for the team radio is doing the rounds of the press. Love them. Must have been pretty urgent from Aiden. Line and Alpha Tower is trending for all the wrong reason. There goes another place is gaining traction too. We don't want people to bring up Mexico again. We had a long time for this to die down. It's not a great look for the team. But I'm here to help us manage it. Of course, Australian GP, apparently we missed about one of these there. I don't think we did. But there we go. That is from the Bahrain GP in Chapter 8. Once again as Casper Ackerman, and will probably remain as Casper Ackerman, because it is the Dutch GP, his next race, of course, Zandvoort. That will certainly be an exciting one in the Breaking Point series, but since it's home race, I'm sure something will manage to go wrong, like it did with Aiden. But a nice bit of Bahrain here in the Breaking Point series. If you guys have enjoyed it, hit the like button. But that is it for this video. Second one as Casper, and it's been another fun one to do, recovering with a problem once again. Oh, look at that nice picture on the left hand side there. Always got a coffee around, hasn't he, Casper, or a cup of tea? Gotta have some of them, eh? But yeah, really nice bit of Bahrain. As you guys know, I quite like Bahrain, so nice to go there. Hopefully we'll go to... We've actually been to Mexico, like a bit of Mexico. We've been to France, like a bit of France. Been to Silverstone. We haven't been to Austria. Nice if we go to Austria at some point, but of course Zandvoort is the one up next. That is, of course, it for today's video. We'll move on to the next chapter next time. But if you guys have enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It helps me out. Totally free, though. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you sometime soon in this series where we're expecting to move on to Zandvoort in Breaking Point. Casper's home race, so that should certainly create some good action. But thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you guys sometime soon.